Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the first round matchup between Capo and MAG7. It's the third leg of the VS Gaming Cup of Duty, and we have progressed right through the stages already. Today, with me, yet again, I'm so excited to get these games up and going again. As we can see, the match is starting already. I don't think I've swapped over, so they're going to have to end. But before we go any further, I would like to welcome Tempsy back to casting again.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be back.
It's been a while, and I can't wait to get these matches underway. It's like, as I said, we would like to have more content, and if you've missed some of the previous podcasts from the South African community that we had, then please do watch them, and it would put all of you guys in the scene to realize how much we do need your help in streaming and whatnot. And so yeah, getting back to that point, I love getting this matches up and going again. And what better way to get MAG7 and Capo versus each other? Now, Tempsy, if we look at the both of these sides, I'm quickly going to read the two lineups for you guys. If we go on the Capo side of things, we have a Capo Abyss. Then we have Sadist, or Sadist, and Legits, and Mayhem. On the side of MAG7, we got Henny, Bear, Banshee, and Primes. Now, if we look at that lineup, Dempsey, would you say really has the upper hand in this matchup?
I think in terms of a roster that has been together for the longest amount of time, I'm gonna go with Capo. The Mag7 team has recently added Bear to their team, and I think that they still need to adapt to the whole chemistry system that they've got going, and otherwise, yeah, I think Capo is definitely more used to each other.
Yeah, well, if we look at the MAG7 side, just my point of view is there's one guy that really stands out in that MAG7 side, and that's Bear. I've seen this guy play at the minors, and I've seen him online. He's an absolute beast online. I always hear some of the top dogs complain about how he's gunning everyone. And I think we're gonna see it here. If there is someone that's gonna make a difference, I think it is Bear from Max 7. But if you look at the Capo side, you can't count out Mayhem and Legits. Those two really do like outshine everyone, I could say. Even Abyss, the man's an absolute beast. But as we said, we're gonna jump off with a London Docks HP hardpoint, and I think we're gonna start off with a Mayhem from Capo. She's running the bar, reflex, quick or grip, reflex, and extended mag.
I'm actually having some technical difficulties. I cannot see any players. I'm actually gonna try and switch to allies and see if I can spectate from that point of view. Yeah, alright. See how this goes. I'm actually gonna hop on board with Mayhem off the bat, just to see how he's pushing there
Now,
from the fire angle.
yeah, we can see Mayhem running the bar, and most of the guys are running the bar. And if you did not know, there was a recent patch just last week, or no, it was 2 days ago, with the bar getting a buff. It sounds totally different. I don't know if you played with it, Tempsy, but the guns definitely had a big buff.
Yeah, I don't understand how Sledgehammer is doing this. They keep on buffing and then nerfing guns, and we had that big problem with the FG. It's still being probably the most OP gun in the game, therefore us having the GA on it. But this bar is really now probably going to be the closest competitor to the FG, which really brings a new aspect to the game already.
Yeah, I like to see some more variety in the gun selections, as Henny goes on a 2 streak there, but does fall. If we look at the map currently, I'm going to bring it up here for you guys. If we see Mayhem, unfortunately, times out, and that's one of the rules. He's going to have to join back. We can't stop the game. That puts Capo in the disadvantage early on. But if we look at the mini-map, how everyone is set up, we see the guys from Capo now spawning at next so they at least have that counting for them. MAG7 is gonna have to do literally everything to put this out of reach for the guys from Capo being a man down.
Yeah, I actually want to hop on board with Sadist or Legits. Them both already, well, Sadist being in next and Legits holding spawns for next. But really, these two next hills can be big money hills if you hold it correctly without allowing the other team to get spawns. But the side of Kappa having spawns, being a man down, they're gonna have to play this very slow, because if they lose spawns, they're already gonna lose a lot of time from this hill.
They sure on. Look at Primes, he's 11 and 5. He's doing all the slaying work currently for the guys from MAG7. He's the only guy with double digits at the moment on the kill side. But yet again, if we bring up the mini-map, we can see it is MAG7 in control for the next rotation. Plan number 4 is going to be the big one for me, is Chai Buranku. If that's the way you say it. He's going to be the needs to be that difference. He unfortunately could not, and it's all smooth sailing for the guys from MAG7 so far.
Yeah, this is gonna be very difficult. With not having that fourth, they really can't push anything properly. They can't dedicate to spawns. They have to force themselves to push through middle to not allow that full hill time and just get a contest in, but that not even working for them.
Look at it.
Yeah, but like you always like to say, Dore, it's online gaming. It's very unpredictable. Like, we can't really judge gunfights or just teams' performance based on everything. It's also internet. It's a very big factor.
Well, yeah, when it comes to online, it's one of those things you don't always like to see it, but this is how even the professional guys get into their leagues, with online leagues as well. But just before that, we saw Henny go on a 7 streak. He's all streaked out, and this is basically over to, as we can see, he's all streaked out. Capo is a player less, and I can't see Capo winning this game at all. With Mayhem now reconnecting, they're gonna have to do something incredible to come back into this game.
Yeah, with 150 points down, this is gonna be quite the difficult stretch to come back from this. We can see MAG7 having complete control of mid-map and the spawns, but Capo is still spawning at the other side of the map. They are not going to get any time. MAG7's got streaks at the back of spawn. They're secured from that angle. They are going to get full time on this hill, and it's just about rotation, which can be easily taken away with this 3-man with Mayhem still not spawning in and being on the wrong team.
Yeah, does look like that. I don't know why he switched teams. Is he going? What the hell's going on? I don't think he has realized it, or they want the game to end. But I don't know what's going on. But getting back to the game, we can see Primes is 18 and 6, all streaked out. We had Henny 18 and 5 now. Mayhem only switches over. And well, basically you can't read anything from this HP. We did have a timeout from Mayhem, the side of Capo. So it's basically just a reset, telling the Capo guys, listen here, just chill, we've got this. Unfortunately, one of our guys timed out. We're gonna come back, take the search and destroy, take the CTF, and follow it up with an HP win to take it 3-1. So the guys from Capo don't need to just hang their heads down. They can still do this, but unfortunately 8 time out and score there 250 23 to the guys from MAG7.
Yeah, I'm sure that Capo can bring this back in the SND. Very unfortunate having timed out in such the early stages of the game. Otherwise, I think that was a very one-sided HP, obviously.
Yeah.
But we do move on to a hard point on SND, which should be very
A
interesting.
hard point on SND is what you're saying.
A SND on London docks.
Yeah, we're gonna bring up the maps for you guys. We did not have a time to get it in there, but here's the maps for you guys. As we can see, we did just have a London Docks HP. We're gonna follow that up with a London Docks Search and Destroy. Our third map will then be a Flak Tower CTF. and I still have a big feeling that we might go to map 5, but your last two maps will be played on Ardennes Forest, that being a hard point and then ending it off with a search and destroy. But yeah, MAG7 had the upper hand due to the timeout from, or Capo had the upper hand. No, MAG7 had the, what am I saying? MAG7 had the upper hand now with Capo with that one timeout, but unfortunately not something we can control. It's an online, we will fix that. So we now jump into a search and destroy. And guys, in the stream with 10 viewers currently, if you could drop your prediction into the chat, we would really like, oh, I would really appreciate that. But MC, firstly, I'm gonna ask you, what is your prediction for the search and destroy?
I'm gonna say that Capo is not gonna drop their heads and they're gonna come with the W with 6-4.
Capo taking it 6-4. Now, I've listened to the CWL games last night. I'm chilling back with some popcorn and a sweet brandy, watching some Call of Duty. But the biggest thing that was said is momentum switches in Call of Duty is a big, big thing. And if your team can capitalize on even a slightest bit of momentum in your side, then it can be done. So I'm gonna give this to MAG7 6-5. I think we're gonna see around 11, and I'm gonna give this to MAG7. And if that is so, we're going to see them 2-0 up, unless Capo can bring this back and make it one apiece. As we jump on board with legits.
Yeah, and he's getting picked off immediately. Yeah, I think that this map is very much about the first pick. As soon as you get that first blood, it allows your team to get map control or bomb control. I'd actually like to hop on board a player number 5 real quick. A player from MAG7, Henny, flanking there, causing some real trouble for the side of Capo having to now play a 1v4, which is quickly shut down.
Yeah, we've got Scythes in the chat. He's saying it's going to be 3 to Capo Esports. So we're going to see a map 5 if your prediction is correct there, Scythe. But we've got a good game up on screens right now, and I can't wait to see what is in store further on this month and next month. I can't wait for EGE as well, but we firstly have this game on hand. But the big guy there standing out for me was Banshee with his sniper there, Dempsey.
Yeah, snipers always being a very
Oh,
crucial part
look
of
at that.
S&D. Getting another pick at the start of the round, being that real team factor and giving them their first blood right off the bat. Like I said, being the very crucial part of SND and on this map.
Yeah, we have Sadist. He's going to rotate way around and find Banshee at the back. Almost flunks it, but he does get the kill and now gets out with his life. It's a 1v3 situation and can't do it, as MAG7 take 2 straight rounds, and it does look good for them at the moment. They look like the better team, unless Capo can just wake up. I don't think they awake just yet, but they're gonna need to do that quick. And their setups just don't look good enough. They don't trade off each other, would you say, Dempsey?
They're not covering enough lanes at all, exactly, Dari. They are allowing flanks to happen that we saw from Henny, I believe it was 2 rounds ago. And they are just not focusing enough. I think they are a little bit
My
shook
God.
up after that first game. And look at that, they're losing basic gunfights. MAG7 Henny should not be getting that 2-piece there. He's 1 shot and he's getting 2-piece. Like,
Oh,
that is not,
yeah, I can't lay more emphasis on the fact that First Blood is a big thing when it comes to search and destroy. Now, it was Benson, no, it was Maven from the CWL guys that said it was FaZe versus, no, it was E United versus FaZe, where E United, no, was it? No, I must think quickly. Must quickly think back as we go into round number 4. with Shi Barankushin as he's still waiting for his first kill. Even Legits and Mayhem still looking for their first kill. But getting back to my point, he said the first blood is so crucial in a match that it obviously puts you in a one-man advantage. But there's still some teams that mess it up, even if they get that first kill. And it's just lucky for MAG7 that we don't see it here now, as it's now Mayhem and Legits versus the three from MAG7 being Henny, Bear, and Primes, and they're gonna need to stop either Primes or Henny as they on, or even Bear as they're all on 3 streaks.
Yeah, this setup is almost impossible to break unless you phase attach, obviously running through his own artillery barrage. But I mean, that's not the case now, having neither of the teams with streaks also being one of the biggest factors. And yeah, this is a very one-sided game so far. We should be seeing the side of MAG7 with streaks very soon, possibly. Looking at Henny and possibly Banshee. But otherwise, yeah, this is a very one-sided game.
Yeah, no, MAG7 is really running away with us. Currently, it's 4-0 to them in the search and destroy. And if you have just joined us, it was a pretty one-sided affair with that HP previous map. But it was a timeout from Mayhem on the side of Capo. The score was there 250 to 23. But even the scoreline here resembles what that HP was. A 4-0 now for the guys from MAG7. Mayhem put some shots into the opposing team. He's still looking for his first kill. He's 0-4. I'm going to bring up the score sheet for you guys so we can see everyone is full barring. There's no chat about I was 2 barring, I was 1 barring, couldn't get the kill, as everyone is on a full bar. As Mayhem gets that first blood for the guys from Capo. It's a 2v2 currently, Legits and Sadist versus Henny and Bear. Now only Legits left to do it all versus Henny.
Yeah, I actually want to hop on board with Legits, him having the new bar that you spoke about earlier. Really, what is your opinion on having the change in one of the most vital guns in the game?
Well, obviously it doesn't bother us too much yet. If it was just before a tournament, like the guys from the CWL Pro League Division B, oh my god, look at that shots. It's just absolutely amazing there, Henny not missing a single bullet. But if the change came just before we had to play a big tournament, obviously people would be pissed off, and rightly so. But people is gonna have to adjust. Yes, the bar is OP now, even stronger than before. My seeing is still, let's bring the FG back, as obviously the bar now got a buff and probably puts it in the FG range of time to kill. So if you, it's more variety, I would say. But listen here, Capo is gonna have to do something. They 5-0 down, one more round, and MAG7 takes the search and destroy.
Yeah, and we can see here that Henny's got full streaks, about to put one down by the looks of it, an artillery barrage. He knows that they've got full control of B, so the only base that they can be is fire, their spawn, and A. They're most likely going to be in fire and in A, so this gives them full opportunity to plant the bomb, and they've got full control of the site as well. This is a round win and a map win to the side of MAG7, if you ask me.
Now for sure, Sadist is the only one alive for the guys from Capo. And he's gonna have to kill all 3 just to keep his team hopes alive in the search and destroy. I doubt we would see it, as MAG7 is gonna clean it up right here, and they do it in a convincing 6-0 fashion. Who needs someone to time out to take a map when you can do this with a full squad in search and destroy, taking it 6-0? Comfortable win for the guys from MAG7. And Tempsy, your prediction is right out of the window currently.
Oh yeah, this is a frequent occurrence for me, Daru. We've got a history of me having terrible predictions and going the complete opposite direction, or just the same team winning but nowhere near the right score.
Yeah, well, if we look at the scorecard, we can see from the guys from Capo struggling quite a bit. But the one guy, Henny, did not die in 6 straight rounds, and that is quite worrying at the moment for the guys from Capo, as they can't keep up with the guys from MAG7. It's a total runaway, ladies and gentlemen. as we now go into a capture the flag CTF, and I'm going to bring the maps for you guys up again. As we saw the two London docks we just played, first London docks on HP did go to the guys from MAG7, 250 to 23 due to a timeout from Capo. And then we saw a one-sided affair in Search and Destroy. Both full teams, there was no timeout, and it was a 6-0 to MAG7. And there's the big thing that I said with the momentum switch. I think it was firmly in the guys from MAG7 hands, and they took full advantage as we now go to a flat tower CTF. Now, here's my prediction again. With the way MAG7 is playing currently, I can't see Capo coming back at all to take one map off MAG7.
No, I can't agree with you more. They are completely down in the dumps. They've got no more energy. They are probably arguing about situations, and this far in a versus gaming match, you really can't be doing that. You need to just focus, forget about the last match, even if you won it, and just go back to strats and basics. Just win your gunfights and focus on the objective.
For sure, I'm quickly going to run through the MAG7 lineup. We have a PPSH in Henny's hand, same for Bear. Banshee has the STG, and then Primes has the PPSH, so they have a 3-1 split, as Legits is the only one left alive for the guys from Capo. He's going to have to just chill back a bit with his bar to make sure there's no overextension from the guys from MAG7. Now Henny, there's his first two deaths since the first HP, as he did not die in that search and destroy. And guys, if you have just joined us, you in for a cracker as we go into this CTF. Now, the big thing for me is currently, yes, the momentum switch is in MAG7 hands, but can Capo just stop them? Can Capo put their own bit of magic into this game, as it's now only two guys, last one alive is Saddest, and MAG7 has the flag in hand. They're not going to get out there. Primes does get the trade, and this looks like he's going to run with the flag and get the first capture, unless Mayhem can stop him. Looks like Mayhem is going to go right through middle, gets the kill there on Bear, but this is the first capture for MAG7, and a good one indeed.
Yeah, they are completely just wiping out the side of Capo, not allowing them any time to really push forward. They are keeping them in that spawn trap, but now we do have a flag capture from the side of MAG7 again.
Yeah, no, this is the guys from Capo now getting a flag right in there as they tie things up one apiece, and they're starting to hit up a bit, and we've been waiting for this for quite a while now. Took them an HP and a search and destroy to wake up. We can see Henny is 1 and 5, not the showing that we saw in the search and destroy, but that's all down from Capo, so we can now see all the guys from MAG7 just push up and yet again be in the faces of Capo.
Yeah, if they don't push up as fast as they can, as soon as they get even a first blood on the other team, they really are just giving them free caps. Them in terms of MAG7, just giving them complete control of the Capo spawn and allowing them to capture the flag as often as they want.
Oh, and here goes Primes yet again. He's on a 2 streak, 7 and 4. He's just almost at halfway to his first streaks. He's running right through with the help from the guys from MAG7. The big guy there at the back was Barangu Shin, as he didn't get the kill there, and that's another good capture from MAG7. And the big thing, the reason why MAG7 is doing so good is just down to their slaying power. They're not losing gunfights too often, as Bear gets the Blixum in there on legits, but they're not losing their gunfight, and that's the reason for them being or 2 maps up and a capture up in this CTF.
I think it's exactly that. Maybe not warming up or hitting their bots before their session, but I mean, if you're not winning your gunfights, you can't expect your strats to work. You need to at least be able to win a gunfight before you can actually focus on a strat. So I really think that this is gonna be an easy game for MAG7 if they just keep on working on what they're doing, and there you go. Bear winning another crucial gunfight on the flag, and now it's just a free run for him straight to his spawn.
Oh, almost
Except for
gets
that.
taken out there by Sadis as he's now going to push up, and the players there still in the spawn is Mayhem and Legits. They can't do anything as MAG7 has Mr. Banshee as he takes out both the players, putting up a fight there as they now go even further up in the CTF. The score currently 3-1 to the guys from MAG7, and they're starting to run away with it. Capo is going to have to keep this in sight as Legits just absolutely annihilates Bear there as he takes the flag, going to run it right through. There shouldn't be any problems running this through as they're going to bring it to one capture closer. But I'm going to stay on board with number 7. Number 7 is Mayhem. Banshee pushes right up, can't get the kill, but a good trade coming in there from the guys from MAG7 just stops the pull there. And that's just down to bad communication from the guys from Capo. They should have known, listen here, we killed 2 guys. There must be 2 up and overextending. We should look out for them, and just did not happen. But the cap comes in anyway as they bring it to one cap closer, and just real bad from Capo's side.
Yeah, I think it is very iffy in that situation as well, because Legits could have 100% gotten that flag, but he did go for quite a world star play by going to turn around and get the kill on the player that was pushing him through his bottom mid spawn. Whereas in the time he could have just ran straight for the flag because he had a bad angle on Legits himself. So I think it could have easily been 3-3 at this point in the game, but we do see it is a very even matchup, and I actually do want to hop on board with Henny being 8-13, needing to maybe pick up his game a bit.
Yeah, he's going to need to just to take this game away from Capo. But Dempsey, who's the vocal guy in the team from Capo? Because it doesn't really look for me as if they're listening to callouts, or callouts is even made, as now 3 go down. Baranku is the only one alive as Banshee's now, Bear takes the flag. He's going to run it all the way to the left side, and Baranku is the only one there that can maybe do something. Mayhem is coming up huge with some kills there just to stop the pull as he's going to get the return. The flag is in Baranku Shin's hand, and he's played a big part in pulling this flag.
Yeah, in terms of answering your question on who the vocal players are, I'm not completely sure, to be honest with you. I have teamed with Legits in the past, going back to the Infinite Warfare series. He is a very vocal player and a very talented player at that as well, but I have played with several of the players in the team, and they're not very loud players at all. They tend to focus on gunfights and their gun skill as a whole, and just their general game knowledge. And other than that, I am very surprised how evenly matched the 2 sides are at this point in the game. After seeing a complete annihilation from the side of MAG7 in the first 2 maps, I am really enjoying the CTF.
Yeah, the CTF looks good. 3 minutes and 10 seconds left to play for. It's all tied up 3 apiece, and the difference here is going to be all down to communication for me. If Capo can just make that transition and get into the faces of MAG7, permanently being in the base is a good thing. Getting that communication up to a T, getting all the kills needed as Legit takes out 1 and make that now 3 down for MAG7. Henny is the only one that can do something. He takes care of Legit. He knows where the flag is running to. He's gonna look for the kill top there. He does not get it, and this should be a flag capture coming in from Capo. Sadis gets the kill. He's all streaked out, and that's gonna play huge to the CTF.
Yeah, streaks are quite a imbalance in this game mode, especially on this map, being everything majorly indoors in terms of power points being the bottom of their spawns and in the houses of their spawns. I do think though, in terms of flag caps and spawn control, that these streaks will be very big.
Yeah, they will be indeed as they rain down. That's 3 down from MAG7. Capo needs to capitalize on that as Henny needs to take care of of them for his team. He takes out 2 there in Mayhem and Branco. So good job holding them off. I just want to see, does Bear have streaks? Yes, he does. He's got 2, a glide bomb and an artillery barrage. So he does not have to stress about that. Just sitting back, making sure he slays out for his team. And if we look at the minimap, we can see it's the guys from MAG7 that's really pushed up in the faces of Capo at the moment.
Yeah, like I said earlier, Capo is falling into that spawn trap again, where they are now in a 4v1 or a 2v4, really just stuck in their base, and that spawn trap is so difficult to get out of, especially when the other team has got streaks like they're using them now, and just getting out of that spawn is very crucial, or you're not going to get many flag caps. Now being 3-5 for the side of MAG7, and they are probably running away with this now with only 1 minute, just under 1 minute left in this round.
Yeah, now this game is basically over. And to answer your question, with this win here for MAG7, it is a 3-0 annihilation for them. Did not look good in the HP with the timeout from Capo, and then the search and destroy was one-sided 6-0 to the guys from MAG7, and this capture the flag is going to go towards them as well. And I'm just going to go back 20 seconds to the gameplay and how big Bear's streaks actually was. It was legit. I think it was fully pushed up, and in the faces of Capo, in the faces of MAG7, that could have stopped the return, but that one glide bomb coming from Bear put an end to it, and it is 6-3 in the CTF, and that is it, ladies and gentlemen. A 3-0 sweep from a MAG7 as they just totally annihilate the guys from Capo. Capo does not look like the team they should be, or should look like, as obviously the first HP was a timeout from Mayhem in the side from Capo, so nothing you could really do there. But the search and destroy, obviously you must know, listen here, we can't give them any more maps or rounds, but they're losing it in a 6-0 fashion in that search and destroy. And then watching a CTF that was quite close, halftime being 3 apiece, to now to the end score being 6-3, 3 unanswered points from in that second half to the guys from MAG7, where they just ran away with it. So MAG7 definitely has done their homework. You can see they're putting the time into practice. But Capo, I don't know if they're not playing enough Call of Duty when it comes down to communication, but it doesn't look good, Dempsey.
Yeah, I just hope that Capo can bring it back in the next time, because they really are a good side. They have got talent that should be actually quite enhanceable to really do well in this versus gaming league. I just think that this was a very unfortunate game, giving them a really bad start to the series, having Mayhem time out so early off in the HP, then having such a low morale in the SND, going 6-0 down, impressively holding it the first half of the CTF, being 3 apiece as you said, but then just letting it go in the second half. So I do believe that this wasn't their full potential at all, but I do think that we can be very impressed with the side of MAG7 for taking this one.
Yeah, indeed, MAG7 did look like the better squad, and we could see with the scoreline. And if I bring up the maps here for you guys, if we could look just a bit at the maps, if Capo could have taken that CTF, do you think, Dempsey, that maybe Capo would have taken an Ardennes Forest away from MAG7?
I do think so. I think Ardennes is a very difficult map to play, specifically because of how crucial spawns can be, and whichever team has practiced it more or is as a whole better at keeping those spawns, it can really influence how the overall game goes. And considering how well the side of Capo did at the beginning of the CTF, I think that they were getting quite warm and almost quite excited and aggravated to do well. So I do believe that they could have taken that side of Ardennes. I think it definitely could have gone to the side of them.
But for sure, if it takes you 2 maps to get warmed up, you definitely have a problem, as you should have been playing some bots, getting your shot on, and it didn't look like the guys from Capo had any shot on. on that in this game, as MAG7 is comfortable victors. GG's to them. Capo, back to the drawing board, or back to playing more Call of Duty. I don't know how much they play, but they're going to have to play way more, as this broadcast is not even 40 minutes in, and we already have a winner, and that is MAG7 3-0ing Capo Esports, as we now going to end the broadcast. And to all you guys in stream, if you have not yet, please drop a follow. I would really appreciate it, and you'll get a notification every single time we stream a competitive Call of Duty matchup. So if you guys have not yet, please drop a follow. Dempsey, yet again, thank you for joining me. It was a short game. Your prediction was totally wrong, but MAG7 definitely came up and pitched.
Yeah, thanks, Dario. It really is. It's always a pleasure to come here with the viewers and all the support that you get on your streams. I'd like to say thank you to all the viewers again. Jordan, thank you for watching as well, specifically. And otherwise, yeah, GG to the side of Mag7, and I hope to see you guys in the next stream.
Yeah, most definitely will. And if you are wondering what is all the hype about the COD ZA or CODcast ZA, it's basically me bringing up four guys into my chat, and we talk about everything South African Call of Duty. So if you're wondering or you want to listen more about the Call of Duty side in South Africa, please do so. It is on this Twitch channel that you're watching this now, and it is on YouTube as well. As you want, if you want to check it there, we on episode number 2 already. Number 3 will come soon. I have a few people in mind to bring up for the podcast ZA episode number 3. But if you have any suggestions, I am on all the Call of Duty groups on WhatsApp. You can always just drop me a WhatsApp or drop me a DM on Twitter. My Twitter is VNCO_Dallas. But for now, guys, thank you for tuning in. MAG7 coming up with a 3-0 sweep against Capo. Not what we thought it would be, but just past 40 minutes, and the game has already ended. Thanks to all of you guys in stream. Thanks again to Tempsy, and I'll check you guys next time. Cheers.